Welcome to Great TV Shows Volume 2 Animation Special. Basically got 4 animation shows to show this time. Start with Futurama. Futurama, of course, by the creator of The Simpsons, Matt Groening. And this is a great underrated show. Obviously, it's really liked, but I don't think it's appreciated even then to the degree it should be. What I like about Futurama, I think, is one thing a mate of mine actually pointed out, and he's quite right. What makes it quite good and quite different in a kind of almost really not noticeable way is that most animated shows are about families in general. Family Guy, American Dad, Simpsons, and a lot of American sitcoms. Everybody Loves Raymond, Everybody Hates Chris, My Family, all those things. It's all about families. And bar a few, say South Park and all those kind of things, and Futurama, this is one of those that's not about a family. Not only that, it's about people that are different. They're different people. The people that, and also the range of people are very different than you'd see in a lot of animated shows and sitcoms and things. You have a really wide range of characters and types. I mean, you have an old man, you have an Asian girl, you have the Jamaican guy, Hermes, you have a robot, but just this wide range of characters all interacting really provides for a lot of great comedy. I also think Fry is one of the greatest and definitely the most underrated characters of all time. I really enjoy his character. I think it's a brilliant fish out of water type situation they've created with him. There's a lot of the intellectual jokes, the intelligent jokes, the math jokes, all that kind of thing, all that extra level that was put in, to make it even more believable in a sci-fi context. It's also, I still think it is from the time that it stopped airing. I know it's coming back, which is great news. I still think it is one of the best looking shows as well. I remember when it first came out, it was so slick and polished. It was amazing. I still think it is one of the best looking animated shows that was on TV. The movies as well. The movies were great. I think pretty much all the movies were better than the one Simpsons movie, especially the first one, which I think was an absolute masterpiece of animation film. I thought it was just brilliant. The storyline, the jokes, it was really good. That was Bender's big score, was definitely the best one, I think, out of the 4. And I love the way they ended it as well with the film. I'll be interested as how they'll bring it back, because the way they ended it was really good. So I'll be interested how they deal with that. And it was quite fitting. So, maybe there'll be some backlash there. But I really hope it does well. I wish it all success. So yeah, it's Futurama. Okay, American Dad. American Dad is really underrated, I think. There are some things I might not like about it. I think Roger gets irritating from time to time. But Stan, the character of Stan, is one of the best animated characters of all time. I love the political humour, and I like Patrick Stewart's character as well. And I like the way it isn't like Family Guy. It's about family, but they do away with all the throwaway jokes, and they make it more linear. So I think they try to do something different here. I think now they might have gone a bit too far with the Cleveland show and his animated Seth MacFarlane's cavalcade of animation or something. I think he might be trying a little too much. But I think American Dad and Family Guy are the ones of note. And I think he should just stick to those, to be honest. But yeah, American Dad, I think there are times when I like this a lot more than Family Guy. Not just more, a lot more. As I say, it's a lot more linear and stuff. There's really good characters here, as I say, Stan. I like, I've forgotten his name now, the kid. Oh, what's it? Roger. Haley's a bit annoying, but in general, they're good. And I think maybe Francine is a little too much like Lois, possibly. But but in general, there's some really good storylines here. There's really great episodes. And if you haven't seen it, I'd recommend check it out. I'm sure most people have seen it. It's in its 5th season now. Okay. My second favourite show of all time, it's South Park. I love South Park because it's just such a... What really is good about it is it's got a really distinctive evolution of its timeline and its show in general. But it's always maintained a quality, and it's changed and it's got better, which is great. I mean, Simpsons ran for for you know, by the time Simpsons was at its 14th season, which is South Park's at its 14th. It's not aired yet, but it is at its 14th. It was nowhere near as good as this. Granted, they had more episodes to deal with. You know, there are some moments where it's really naff. And there are episodes, sometimes I think, ones that try and rely too much on a message, sometimes fail for me. I know that's what most people like, those ones. But I'm actually more of a fan of the smaller, petty kind of storylines, where they show, like, the kids being kids. Like the list episode, where the girls list who's the hottest kid in the class. The one where Cartman's trying to get the Wii. Pokemon episode, that was great. Ones where they just act like kids are my favourite ones. When they try and do too much with the celebrities and the hidden messages, it grates on me a little, but only a little. In general, you know, but when they do it right, they do it really, really well. And you know, I love their wry, kind of cynical humour and all that. I also did a video about this with my friend Alex about South Park, so I really recommend you check that out if you haven't seen it. It's on my profile. I'll link it to the video. I don't quite know how to do that, but I'll have a look. And the next one is, of course, the greatest show of all time when it was at its best. It's The Simpsons. As I say, The Simpsons, when it was at its best, for me, between seasons 3 and 9, or 3 and 8, probably 3 and 9 actually, is the best show of all time. I hate when people call it a kids movie. It's not a kids movie. Kids can enjoy it, of course, but it's not a kids movie. It's a kids movie. Sorry, kids TV show. You know, it's amazing. It really is brilliant. You know, it's a shame about the dip in quality in the recent years, but I don't think that can you know, totally outdo and totally make people forget about what was so great about it in the first place. All the voice cast are brilliant and really, really good. You know, Dan Castellaneta, and who also does Earthworm Jim. He did the Earthworm Jim voice, and Harry Shearer, who was in Spinal Tap, which is an amazing film. We haven't seen it. But yeah, I mean, you know, I like how they kind of, at the beginning it was Bart who was the main guy, then they realised Homer was the one to back, and they kind of changed it. I think season 4 and 7 are probably the best. Season 4 has great episodes like The Last Exit to Springfield, which was the dental plan one. Season 7 has, what does season 7 have? Oh, Lemon of Troy, which is one of my absolute favourites. But yeah, Simpsons there's not much I have to say about The Simpsons, is there really? Everybody knows The Simpsons, everybody loves The Simpsons. The greatest show of all time, between seasons 3 and 8. Well, again, as I say, it's a short little summary. Please feel free to ask me any questions, like favourite episodes and things. Oh, on Futurama, my favourite episode is... actually, no, I'll do favourite episodes, hold up. My favourite episode of American Dad is probably the one where Stan finds out... people find out that Stan hasn't actually killed anyone. It's called the... I can't remember what it's called now. I can't remember. But... it's really, really good. Yeah, he doesn't know. Nobody knows that he hasn't killed anyone, so he has to go and try and finally get his first kill, which is a really good episode. Favorite episode.